Welcome to the Mascot Creator Toolkit video. We are going to be learning how to turn on and off the layers to kind of create the initial mascot that we want to use before we get into kind of customizing the colors and stuff that you can do with the mascot. So when you first double click on the file and open it up in Photoshop, you may see this message here. It says some text layers contain fonts that are missing. Basically in the file there's some fonts that came with it. At least it's pointing to a certain font type. You may not have that font type on your computer and you might get this message. That's okay. Adobe will just fill in the fonts with something that you do have. So all you have to do is click OK and it'll load the rest of the file. Now we have the default character here. His arms are up, he's happy, smiling, he has glasses on, his shirt is orange, and he's not wearing any shoes. So basically we're going to go to the layers panel here to the side, to the right, and see layers. Now if you don't see layers, I'm using version CS6 Photoshop. You can go to Window and you can click on Layers or F7, which will bring up the Layers panel. As you can see here, it's gone. Window, Layers. So that's what you can do to bring that up. So what we're going to be doing is going through each folder, turning on and off the viewable eye, and you can see if you hover over this little eye, it tells you, it makes the layer visible or not visible. So let's go ahead and just start from the top and kind of go down, turn on and off some layers, and change the mascot up a little bit to something different than what the default is. Accessories. We'll start with accessories. We'll expand it and we can see he's wearing glasses right now. So if we turn those off, that's what that does. Now he's got football helmet, which obviously doesn't fit exactly here, and we'll customize it later. He's got the hat. There's different color hats. We'll get into that as well. Glasses, as we've seen. School bag. And a waistband or fanny pack, however you know those things by. So let's go ahead, collapse this and move along. Different hairstyles. Now you can see here he's got about a dozen hairstyles we can go through. He's on hairstyle number 8 right now. So we'll make him bald for a second. If you want bald, just turn off the hairstyles. Different hair, a little slick there, fancy. As you can see, you're just kind of clicking through, and if you leave more than one on, it's going to get all jumbled up. Now you can see it's all dark, so what if you want to change the hair color? Again, we'll get into coloring and changing that here in just another section of the video. This is all about layers. So I'm just clicking through. Now you go to the next one. You can expand it by this little eye here. Now his expression's on his face. No facial expressions, but you can kind of see where the coloring is, and they did a really great job at detailing this. So we have some ones that are pre-made, and he's in happy face. Happy face with his eyes closed. He's kind of like, oh yeah. Tongue out. Now he's angry. There's also customizable ones, so we can customize each one. As you see, the visible layers are not selectable. They will be once you click here. We can go ahead and turn on and off the eyebrows, or even change the eyebrows from left to right. So I've got colors here, different style eyebrows. So how do you want them? It's totally up to you. Let's go and turn that bottom one back on. Now the idea is to come in here, click around, and figure out all of the layers so you can quickly build characters. Now the hands here, this is one people ask a lot. Alright, right now his hands are on paper, so if you want him holding the billboard, as you notice none of these are checked. Now he's holding the billboard, and we'll get into moving that here in a little later. So you can see, depending on what you want, and this is where we'll edit the text. So we'll do that in another video, but right now we'll take that off. Alright, so changing his shirt up, you can see he's got a t-shirt on. Take the t-shirt on, off, put a hoodie on him. You can expand that. And when you expand the shirts and the clothing apparel, this is where you're going to edit which hand position he's going to be in. So right now he's obviously in happy mode because that's what it says, happy hands. That's where his arms are up. So we want to move his arms. We'll come back here to a hoodie. We'll go ahead and uncheck hoodie. Let's go ahead and just go through the jersey. Default happy hands. This is the default setting we're going to be at. Singlet, as you can see here. Shirt, no collar. Get him in a suit, and his pants are still on. Got to turn off the pants layer. See him there. We didn't put any hair back on him. Let's go ahead and take his suit against the pants, throw his shirt on him. There we go. Short pants. Now we can go into some shoes. Let's see here. Turn off his legs. Turn off his shoes. And if you expand his legs, he can be sitting in different places. Now we got, there we go. The body will move as we change the positions to sitting position, depending on what we'll get into. So the color of the legs as he sits, normal, white, base, brown, black, they're all here. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Let's go ahead and give him some pants again. And then the last one is the background. So we can make the background transparent, or you can change the gradient however you would like. Later on we'll go over that as well when we get into coloring. So that is clicking through the layers. Get in here, click through the layers, build your character the way you want to build them. And we'll be building one at the end of the video as well, just to have some fun to show you. Next we're going to get into coloring.